Welcome to Easy to Love Yoga with Shanna. Thank you so much for supporting my channel by subscribing. Remember to share this channel with your friends and family. Let's begin our chair yoga class for today. So we're going to use a yoga strap, so please have it loosely around your shoulders. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can also use a men's necktie. We're going to come seated forward in our chair, so our glutes are on the chair, our hamstrings are off the chair, allowing that nice 90-degree bend at the knees, feet flat on the floor. Focusing now on our posture, sitting nice and tall in your chair, closing your eyes and just taking a moment to notice your breath. When you inhaled, you allow the chest to rise and then the belly to rise. Exhaling, allowing the belly to fall and then the chest to fall. Let's spend the next 3 rounds of breath noticing. Performing a body scan, starting now at the crown of our head and working down to our toes. Noticing any areas you need to be mindful of during this practice, and remembering if a pose doesn't feel right, you do not need to do that pose. Always keep yourself safe in this or any other practice. Continuing on with our scan. Completing the scan of your body and bringing your focus once again to your breath. Moving on to our 4 square breathing practice, starting with an inhale through the nose of 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain the emptiness. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, relaxing the shoulders. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Inhale, notice your posture. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Inhale, retain, exhale, retain. Returning now to your regular breath and just notice if you're breathing deeply. Keeping your eyes closed, let's lower one ear towards the shoulder, gently stretching out the opposite side of the neck. Still sitting tall in your chair, breathing deeply, keeping the shoulders relaxed. One more breath here. Return to center, and this time the opposite ear to the shoulder. Breathing deeply. One more breath here. Return to center. As if you're gazing up at the ceiling, lift your chin, stretching the front of the neck. One more breath. Returning to center, and this time drawing the chin into the chest, stretching the back of the neck. One more breath here. Returning the head to center, opening your eyes. Let's roll the shoulders to the back of the room, just noticing if you're holding any tension in the shoulders. And let's roll now to the front of the room. Beautiful. Making sure that strap is still on your shoulders. Let's shrug up as we inhale. Exhale and release. Shrug, inhale. Exhale, release. Let's do one more. Shrug, inhale. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Let's begin by rolling out the wrists. Rolling in the opposite direction. And this time making a stop sign with one hand, bringing gentle pressure to the fingers just until you feel the sensation of the stretch in the lower part of the wrist. Always stopping at that first sensation of a stretch will keep you safe in class. It's your current range of motion. Breathing deeply. One more breath here. And let's relax the hand, lower the fingers, and once again gentle pressure, feeling the stretch this time along the top of the wrist. One more breath. And let's change hands, making that stop sign, gentle pressure to the fingers, feeling the stretch in the bottom half of the wrist. One more breath here. Let's relax the hand, lower the fingers, once again gentle pressure, feeling the stretch along the top of the wrist. One more breath. And let's just shake it out. Let's bring our hands together in front of the body. We're going to lower the fingers forward, draw the backs of the hands together, and bring the fingers towards the body to come back into our starting position. So again, fingers forward, backs of hands together, and fingers come through towards the body to come back to our starting position. Now do 5 of these at your own pace. So fingers are coming towards the body. Let's do one more. And we're going to pause here. We're going to lift the elbows slightly. Now we're going to do this in the opposite direction. So fingers come slightly towards the body. Backs of hands together. And now the fingers come away from the body to come back to our starting position. So lower the fingers towards you. Backs of the hands together. And flip the fingers away. So 5 at your own pace. Remember, the fingers are flipping away. One more. Beautiful, and staying here. And we're going to lift the elbows slightly. So we're going to have one hand relax, and we're going to use the other hand just to put light pressure on the wrist. Just very light pressure. Coming back to center. And now let's do this movement in the opposite direction. Coming back to center. And once again, changing directions. One more breath. Come to center, and last time the opposite way. One more breath. And come to center, lifting those elbows up. Draw the fingers forward. Press the palms of the hands and the fingers together. Come back to neutral. And this time, draw the fingers towards the body, still pressing the palms of the hands and the fingers together. Coming into neutral, and lower forward. Back to neutral. And once again, fingers towards the body, pressing the palms and fingers together. And coming back into neutral. And let's just shake it out, jazz hands. Beautiful. Let's start with our hands at either side of our chair. We're going to lift one hand up and slowly rotate, changing from side to side in a nice fluid movement. Just bringing movement into the side of the body here as we reach up and look overhead through the fingers. Now I want you to just slow down a tiny bit and add a little bit of a side bend. Each time the hand comes up, we'll deepen that side bend just a tiny bit. It's just gently waking up the body. And come in a little deeper side bend. And this time I'd like you to come up and hold your side bend. 4 rounds of breath. And changing sides, holding that side bend. 4 rounds of breath, looking up at the ceiling. Beautiful. And lowering the hands down. Once again, let's shrug, inhale. Exhale, release. Shrug, inhale. Exhale, release. One more time. Shrug, inhale. Exhale, release. Now let's bring our arms out to the side. We're going to start with small circles in a forward motion, making those circles a little bit bigger each time you rotate. A little bit bigger each time. Widen that circle. Find your range of motion. One more circle here, and now let's start shrinking those circles once again. Tighter circles, and pause. And let's rotate those circles in the opposite direction. So now towards the back of the room. Widen the circle. Keep making that circle wider. Find your range of motion. One more circle here, and let's start shrinking those circles down again. Shrinking the circle. Tightening it up. Beautiful. And lowering the hands. Now let's just shrug, inhale. Exhale, release, making sure that strap's not in the way. Shrug, inhale. Exhale, release. Let's shake out the hands. And we're going to bring our hands forward. The palms of the hands are going to be facing each other. We're going to travel with one hand and follow with our gaze. So we're going to start with this hand. So we're going to exhale and bring that hand behind the body. And then inhale, bring that hand forward. Changing sides. Exhale, follow the traveling hand. Inhale, forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Once more to each side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now both come behind as we exhale. Inhale, forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Beautiful. Let's drop the hands now to the knees, making sure that strap's not too close to your neck. I'm going to take one hand to the opposite knee, bringing your other hand behind you on the chair. Focus on sitting nice and tall here. And then exhale, twist, look over your shoulder. We're going to hold here for 8 rounds of breath. Noticing the muscles are tight as we first move into the pose, but as we continue breathing, they do begin to relax. One more breath. And slowly unwind, come back to our starting position. Beautiful. Now we're going to take the hand to the opposite knee, bringing that hand behind you on the chair. Focus on your posture, sit nice and tall. And then exhale, twist, holding here for 8 rounds of breath. And just notice the sensations in the body. Is one side feeling a little tighter than the other? Perhaps they both feel the same. Just pay attention to the signals your body sends you as we move through the poses today. One more breath here. Slowly unwind, coming back forward. We're going to take our strap off of our necks now. We're going to bring it wider than hip width apart, balancing on our thumb, closing the fingers over the strap and keeping the strap nice and tight. We're going to start with that strap just slightly in front of the body and overhead. And looking up through that strap, I'd like you to focus on your breath. We're going to exhale, twist to one direction. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist the opposite way. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Once more in each direction. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Beautiful. Let's widen our grip on that strap just a little bit, keeping that strap nice and tight. This time we're going to exhale, lower to one side, look up through the hand overhead. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Once more to each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Beautiful. Let's lower that strap to our legs for just a moment. Now we're going to sit all the way back in our chair. So you might need to have your toes on the mat here. Sitting nice and tall in the chair. So I'm not leaning against the backrest, sitting nice and tall. We're going to start with that strap wider than hip width apart in front of the body. We're going to inhale, bring that strap up. Exhale, bring that strap behind the body. Inhale, strap comes up. Now remember, if the strap is giving you a lot of tension in your upper back and shoulders, widen your grip on the strap. If you're not feeling anything, if you don't feel the shoulder blades engage behind the body, then narrow your grip on the strap. So we're going to exhale, lower in front. Inhale. Exhale, behind. Inhale. Exhale, front. Inhale. Exhale, behind. Inhale. Exhale, front. Inhale. Exhale, back. Inhale. Exhale, front. Inhale. This time exhale down behind. A count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Let's lower that strap down to our legs and let's come seated forward in our chair once again, having that 90-degree bend at the knees and just the glutes on the chair. We're going to take that strap and we're going to bring it shoulder height, and we're going to have just hip width apart on the strap with our fingers closing over the strap. The strap is nice and tight here. I want you to have a slight bend in both elbows, and we're going to focus 4 rounds of breath trying to pull the strap apart. So just pulling on that strap in both directions, 4 rounds of breath here, feeling the muscles in the arms and the shoulders engage as we're trying to pull the strap apart. One more breath. Beautiful. Let's relax the tension on the strap for a moment. And let's do this once again. 4 breaths trying to pull that strap apart. Elbows are bent. And relax the strap. Let's sit that strap on our legs for a moment just so it's out of the way. We're going to start with our arms in a nice cactus pose. We're going to lower the hands forward, palms facing down, and raise it back up. Lower forward and up. 2 more. Lowering forward and up. Last time. Lower forward and hold here. This will be our new neutral. Now we're going to drop the hands towards the floor and bring it back to neutral. And again, lower. Come into neutral. Lower. Come into neutral. Keep those elbows high and lower. Come into neutral. Draw up. Back to neutral. Lower. Neutral. Up. Neutral. Lower. Neutral. Up. One last time. Neutral. Lower. Neutral. And up. Beautiful. Let's lower the shoulders here. Let's shrug, inhale. Exhale, release, getting rid of any tension. Shrug, inhale. Exhale, release. One more time. Shrug, inhale. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Now we're just going to take those hands forward and we're just going to push away the hands towards the back of the body, drawing the palms of the hands forward, pushing away, drawing forward, pushing away, drawing forward. And last time, pushing away and drawing forward. Beautiful. Now let's lower the hands by our side. Once again, just doing some nice fluid rotations, bringing the hand overhead. Just releasing any tension you might be holding in the body. Beautiful. Now we're just going to take that strap and we're just going to let it fall to the mat. We're going to take our feet out a little bit away from the chair so we no longer have that 90-degree bend at the knees. Our toes are going to be on a diagonal. We're going to allow the hands to drift down the legs until we're resting on our elbows here. I want you to think about trying to relax the muscles in the back. We're going to hold here for just a moment. And now what we're going to do is bring one hand overhead, looking up through the fingers, 4 rounds of breath. One more breath, and we're slowly going to rotate that elbow back down. And let's change sides. Hand comes overhead, 4 rounds of breath. Slowly rotating down. This time 3 rounds of breath. Slowly rotate and change, 3 rounds of breath. Rotate and change, this time 2 rounds of breath. Change, rotate, 2 rounds of breath. And change, and we're going to do 6 singles at your own pace. One more single. Beautiful. Slowly allow the hands to glide up the legs. Roll the shoulders to the back. And now let's roll the shoulders forward. Beautiful. Bringing those feet back towards the chair, 90-degree bend at the knees. Let's draw one arm across the body, relaxing the shoulder. Sitting nice and tall in your chair. One more breath. Let's take that hand high, touch it down to the shoulder, support under the elbow, and bring the elbow close to the head, pointed upward if you can. One more breath here. And release and change arms, bringing the arm across the body, support under the elbow, relax the shoulder. One more breath. Let's take that hand high, touch it down to the shoulder, support under the elbow, bring the elbow close to the head, point it upward if you can. Whatever your range of motion is here is perfectly fine. Yoga is a practice. Please remember, we will all look different in every pose. We all have different restrictions. Beautiful. One more breath. And let's lower down, rolling the shoulders to the back of the room twice. Rolling the shoulders forward twice. And then resting your hands on your lap, closing your eyes, sitting nice and tall, focusing on your breath. Notice the belly rise on the inhale, breathing deeply. Taking an opportunity to do one more scan of our body, starting at the crown of our head, working down to the toes. Notice any changes from the scan at the beginning of class. Please notice without judgment. Every day will be different. Completing the scan of your body, bringing your attention once again to your breath. Raising your hands overhead, drawing the palms together and lowering them down to heart center. I'd like to thank each of you for participating in this class. Spending this time in mindful movement, doing a little self-care is so important. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste. And until next time, thank you so much for joining me.